Welcome back to the Total Focus Podcast. I'm your host, Paul. Our special guest this week is Mayelin De La Cruz. She is the current Ms. Grand New Jersey 2019. She just came back from finals and finished in the top 5 and did absolutely incredible. And she's now competing for and preparing for New Jersey, U.S.A. And this young lady is incredible. All of her knowledge and education has put her in a situation where she's excelling in work and in pageants. This is an interview to just listen to and be inspired by. Stay tuned. And welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, Paul.
No problem. Little pause there, but no. Well, we always we're always excited to have more of our pageant sisters on the show, and I was really excited to get to know all about your system. I had before getting to know you, um, I had no idea anything about the current system you're in. So why don't you tell everybody about your system? Because I love the sash, and it was in Chicago too. That is that where the nationals were?
Yes, so
That's
I
totally like
competed
random.
for, yes, I was competing for Miss Grand United States and also for Miss Supranational United States. So I was doing two pageants in one weekend. And I was Miss New Jersey, Miss Grand New Jersey. And it was very exciting. I got to meet different people from all over the states, and I got brand new sisters whom I love. They're all very beautiful and intelligent and passionate people. So it's a very good system. I would recommend people to join it. And it's also an international pageant, which allows you the opportunity to go to a new place, a new country, and meet more people.
Now that's even more than I even knew. So this grand pageant, is that how it's called? Grand
Miss Grand United
Miss
States.
Grand United
So it's
States.
a grand pageant, yes.
So they have a sister pageant or sister system. Is that how they
It's an international pageant.
no the second title that you held? Did they
Oh,
are they held by are they run by the same organization or they just
yes, by
oh
the same CEOs,
okay.
yes,
Now
or
does
directors.
does all the states hold dual titles?
Not all of the states, that's up to the contestant. And also because I believe that they recently bought it.
Gotcha.
So they just wanted to have more people involved, and they welcomed the opportunity to us.
Well, that's definitely unique. I've never spoken to anyone who had to compete in two systems on the same weekend. That must have been
Yes,
awfully
it was definitely something different.
okay. Was that awfully stressful?
Um, Not necessarily. I mean, I've been doing pageants now for a few years, so I knew what to expect. But I understand if someone's completely new to the game, that it might be somewhat stressful.
Well, what brought you to this grand pageant? Because is it brand new or is it just a smaller system?
So it's actually been around for quite some time now. I believe over 10 years.
Okay.
Um, but I became aware of it after competing at Miss New Jersey USA last year, and I was looking through Instagram actually, and it just popped up on the feed. So I wanted to apply, and I did.
Well, clearly you did. You made a great decision. You were in the top 3, right?
For the Miss Grand, I was actually within. Well, are you talking about Miss New Jersey or Miss
Well,
Grand?
I'm only going by the photos because I couldn't find the results. So why don't you tell us how both systems went? Because it looked to me that you were in the top final group with Miss Grand. So
Yes. So Miss Grand was really fun. The system broke down into they had a top 10, and whoever makes top 10, you have to give a 1 minute speech. And it's just pretty much letting people know about your platform or giving an overall message that you want to the world. And I performed a poem that I wrote, and it was pretty much about choosing love and letting people know that we have to unite. And
So
then after the top 10, they chose the top 5 and obviously a winner after.
in Miss Grand, do they ask for a talent? Is that considered your talent or
No, so they actually don't do a talent. What we do instead is the 1 minute speech.
it's a one
And
minute
then,
speech? Okay,
yes. And then you do the top 5 and they get the questions asked, but there's no talent.
gotcha. Well, I like the 1 minute speech because you really get to know the person.
Yes.
So, I mean, have you ever been in a system where you had the opportunity to do something like that? Because I've never heard of anything like that before.
No, that's why I really liked the fact that they had the opportunity, that platform about giving a message. And for me, the poem was very personal, and I thought that that was a mark I wanted to leave behind. I wanted people to know what I was thinking, and that I'm able to do that, like have that talent.
Gotcha. Well, how did you get into pageants? What initially drew you into pageantry? Because you currently are a marketing director at a large business. So
Yes.
how does that correlate? You said you've been doing it for a while now.
Yes, I've been doing it for 3 years now, and I actually got started in 2016. That was the first time I competed for Miss New Jersey USA, and I come from not a non-traditional background into pageantry in the modeling world. Um, I am a scholar by tradition. I have a bachelor's in anthropology and philosophy, and I have a master's in bioethics. And when I was doing a summer program at Yale University in 2015, one of my mentors there, she actually came up to me and she said, "You look like a model. You have the face of a Miss Universe." And I was like, "What is she talking about?" And she told me that I should get into modeling. And at the time, I was not even really considering it. Um, I just thought, oh wow, that's a beautiful, suggestion that she made. But I thought on it, and the following year, I searched ways on how to actually get started, and so I did. I found information on the web, and I registered for Miss New Jersey, USA.
Okay. So you did USA without any
Without any knowledge,
okay.
yes.
You know, I keep on hearing that like people go for the big USA pageant without ever doing a pageant before. I always find that fascinating. Do you going straight to USA um is there any kind of like special aura or significance that drew you specifically to the top pageant, you know, then starting and learning and then growing?
But I would say the fact that that was the suggestion that was made to me by someone that I consider to be very important. And just the fact that a lot of people, that's what most people know, is the Miss Universe pageant. So I was just drawn to it just because I knew of it by its popularity. And I don't know, I just went for it. I felt that I could do it and I was confident.
Well, how did you do your first year?
I did so good. So it was over 80 girls that competed in 2016, and I was within the top 15, and that was just mind blowing to me because I had no idea what I was doing, and to be chosen as a semifinalist my first time was pretty amazing.
Well, congratulations on that
Thank
because
you.
to compete in a state like in you're competing in New Jersey and New York,
For Jersey, New
New
Jersey.
Jersey. Competing in New Jersey or New York in general is one of the most competitive pageant states. So, for you to do that well and be able to make the first cut in the first year without any pageant prep or practice or any prior pageant,
Yes, I definitely
that,
did
that
not
that's
even
that's
know
a
how to walk.
I mean, yeah, exactly. I mean that's a huge compliment to you. So clearly there was some natural innate ability that you had in yourself to be able to wow the judges. So,
Thank you.
do you think that goes back to your economic background, more being schooled for it? If you're working as a marketing degree, I assume you have Did you graduate with a business degree then?
Well, I actually didn't. That's the funny part too. I studied anthropology and philosophy and bioethics, which is more of the ethical side of things in the life sciences
Okay.
and liberal arts. So I didn't really know much about the business side. I never had a interest in it, but I saw a need and an opportunity, and I took it.
Well, the bio side of the bioethics side, isn't that more the law side of all of that?
So it actually is a multidisciplinary field. It combines everything that you know from the life sciences, the law, the medical field, obviously, and we just come up with solutions on how to embrace the patient's autonomy and provide them the best service that we can. And you can apply it to any field, really. It's just optimizing results and ensuring that people are safe and that their wishes are respected and that you ensure that you treat people
Well,
by what they are.
okay. So, I mean, I guess I was going to draw say that maybe that was where your innate ability for being a well speaker. But do, were you ever in a speaking group or like, or or were you into public speaking? Because you have this a very innate ability to be able to elegantly speak your ideas and really
Oh, thank you.
promote them. So is it just something that comes natural to you, or do you have
I would say it comes naturally, but I do write poetry. Like I said, that's why
okay?
for the Miss Grant, I chose to perform a poem. Um, and other than that, I ran my own club that I started when I was an undergrad, a bioethics club at William Patterson University. And I guess there I was able to speak because we had different events and different topics. We would bring people to speak at our school. And yeah,
And you're the club chair president.
yeah, I'm the founder and the president.
Wow. So I guess that's where a lot of the expertise came from then.
I would say yes.
I just wanted to take 1 second from this great interview and talk about our sponsor of the week, Mid Atlantic Video and Photography Productions. No matter if you're planning a wedding, a special event, or you just need an amazing headshot, they are the team to get the job done. You can reach out to them at 443 422 3830. Again, that's 443 422 3830. Or you can just go right to their website at mavpp.com. Now let's get right back to the show and listen to this great interview. What other systems have you competed in? So you've done U.S.A, you've done Grand, you said international
Supra.
Supra. Oh, you Supra. Okay. So
Yes.
Supra. So they sold Supra from. It's not part of international U.S.A anymore.
I am not sure.
Okay, but that's the
I
one.
think they're different now. Yes.
Okay, so but that's the one that you competed in with Grand.
Yes.
Okay, so for a long time, Supra was part of International USA. So must have bought that. Okay, that's
Yes,
interesting.
it's a different pageant now.
Awesome. Okay, so have you competed in any other systems?
No, just those.
Okay, so competing in those systems, have they been able to really help you in the business world and help you connect with more people?
I would say that pageantry overall has helped me, yes, because I tend to be more on the shy side, even though I do all these different things that force me to talk and do public speaking. I don't really like it,
Okay.
but just the fact that I'm constantly doing it, I feel like it helps and makes me more confident, and it just helps me out and it helps me network.
Did you say sad?
I'm sorry.
Did you say sad? I totally
No,
no. What was the first thing you said in that conversation? You're more
confident.
confident. I totally
Yes.
okay. That totally makes sense from the whole conversation. I was like, when you were talking to me, I'm like, that doesn't sound like anything about someone who'd be sad. Okay, so yeah,
No,
so
I mean like I am more shy, so like it just doing pageantry it forces me to be more outspoken and even my job itself, I'm constantly being forced to talk to people, and it just helps me be more myself and more comfortable around people and network.
No, I totally apologize for not hearing that clearly. But no, I agree. I think that for any woman that really wants an opportunity to practice her skills and be more confident in front of a large audience, a pageant is a great way. Would you agree? Would you encourage other people that are struggling with that to do a pageant just to practice their skills?
Yes, I definitely would. I think it's a great place to learn, and you're being pushed to be outside of your comfort zone. And for me, what it taught me is that I can do a lot more things, that I can accomplish anything that I set my mind to. Um, Anything is really possible, and I feel like pageantry teaches you that it's about you and self development and getting better.
Well, I think it's really important, especially when you're in your mid 20s, 30s, that you really be able to find yourself and have a really strong idea of who you are.
Yes.
And I and I think that we, as a society, we don't give opportunity to women as much as we do men. So this is a perfect opportunity for women specifically to get an opportunity to be strong and confident and have the opportunity to be the actual focal point of this whole process, which is so important.
Yes, I agree.
So, all right, I mean, what's your outlook? I mean, if you had a major goal, so do you want to win a national title to help you get a better job, or would you want to be a professional model, do modeling the entire time, or is this just like a side hobby that allows you to have fun and be more outgoing?
Well, at the beginning, when I first started competing, it was more so about proving to myself that I was capable of doing something that I had no idea about. Like it was just something new, something fun to do. But over time, it became more about helping other people who felt the way I did when I first started, who it might have just been something fun to do, but then you grow to know that it's kind of essential what is being taught to you. So for me, it's more about sharing my story because there's a lot to me that people don't know, or some things that I've been through, or just, how I grew up. So I want to share my story with the people and raise awareness about certain issues that I think are crucial to society. More so speaking about bioethical issues, which are social issues that we face every day, and people perhaps don't necessarily pay attention to them until it's too late. So I feel like we should be speaking about certain issues, and that's all I really want to do. It's what I've been doing with my social media for some time now, and I just want to continue that.
Well, how do you think leveraging your social media and doing pageants can help get the word out? Do you think by just um, spreading awareness, or do you think you need to be more out in the community and actually doing public like PSAs, or like how do you think that um, you can actually um, make change in the area that I mean, we haven't even addressed. So what is the most important thing that you want to address while
I
you're doing
think
pet?
that it would be a combination of all of those things that you just mentioned. It is important to be out there and get involved in your community. Is something that I do personally with Passaic, New Jersey. It is the place where I first moved to, the first city when I migrated from Dominican Republic, and so I do a lot of different events there. I am close to some people there who do politics, and also just helping out in whatever community that I'm part of, and making sure that people feel that they're heard and that their voices matter. And it's just important to be well rounded.
What is the main? I mean, most people call it your platform. What is your main goal that you want to get out there and try to affect change?
My main goal personally would be to support women. So I am a supporter of Planned Parenthood and people's autonomy,
Women's rights.
right. Yes. So that's something that I do. I work with the Planned Parenthood of New Jersey, and I volunteer for them as much as I can. I also donate for them, and I also think that mental health is important, and I advocate for that as well, for mental stability.
Well, do you think that you brought it up about reaching out to local politicians? Do you want to eventually run for office and be a local assemblyman, state officer?
I think that one day I am considering it, perhaps running for mayor or something.
Okay. Like the
It's
big,
one of the goals.
it's one of
Yes.
the goals. Okay. Would that
Yes.
be the top goal, being mayor? Because you brought, I mean, you threw it out there. You want to be, so
Yes.
mayor is something that's on the bucket
It's
list.
on my list. Yes.
Okay. So is it a bucket list thing, or is it something that's going to be achieved?
I think it's well, I have different goals that I set for myself, and this is one of those that I want to achieve, and I'm gonna do everything that's possible, to prepare myself for that and to make sure that I achieve it, and because I really just want to help people out, and I feel like the best way I can do that is by for me accomplishing my own goals, and that's one of them, and then ensuring that their voices is heard, and hopefully I bring everything in that I know from the bioethics into play and philosophy.
If you go into a pageant talking about wanting to be mayor, I can't see a judge of panels not piquing your interest. So clearly, if that has been addressed, that's probably one of the reasons why you do so well at pageants. Because, I mean, if I hear a girl or a young woman at your age want to take initiative and be a part of the process of, helping our society, I would be pretty impressed, because most people in their mid 20s, mid 30s really don't pay attention until, it's already too late. So,
That's true.
what what has like centered you into that goal of knowing that being a mayor would be so influential to help all your goals that you want to do?
Well, my original intention when I was growing up was it is still actually to go to law school. So I have the books and I'm studying right now. I was just always interested in the law and politics. I guess that's why I went into philosophy as well. But I love ethics, which is why it drew me into bioethics too. Just I like to know about people and ensuring that the population has the best outcome, um, and so it's just always been a part of me, I guess.
So if you got your law degree, then would you? It sounds like you'd be a civil defender then, because it sounds like you would want to fight for the little person.
Yes, that or healthcare law. I am unsure
Okay.
yet.
Yeah, I get the vibe that, like, you'd want to make sure that you'd always be trying to fight on the right side. Then
Yes.
so, um, do you find it challenging when there are so many bad things going on and you can't be the one solving it? Are you are you are you are you the person in your group of friends that want to try to solve their issues as much as possible?
Yes, I've always been the type of person that tries to find solutions. I feel like that's very important because we live in a world that's full of issues. We have problems every day, so we can't have people feeling like that there's no way out. So I always try to think of how to solve things, how to make things better, because I feel like that's more efficient than me trying to create a bigger issue.
Gotcha. Well, where's your life, in the immediate future heading? Are you going to do another pageant?
I
Are you
actually am. Yes.
Okay, cool. So what system are you willing to tell the our
I am
audience?
going back to the Miss New Jersey USA pageant system.
Congratulations. When
Thank
when
you.
when is their local pageant?
So the pageant will be held November 23rd,
Okay, so we're
24th.
not that far away then.
No, just 2 months away.
Okay. And are you feeling ready? Are you working with anyone like a pageant?
I am. I'm so excited. I am pretty much training myself so far. I've also worked with Alexa Noon.
Gotcha.
She's great. She was Miss New Jersey U.S.A. 2018. So I've
Hey,
just been doing a lot of different things, trying to
I
prep for it.
I would definitely. Hey, if you're working with people that have already been to the mountaintop, I think you're probably in good stature.
Thank you.
That's the one thing about um, you know, you can't be a master unless you've already been to. I mean, in my opinion, um, you can't teach something that you've never witnessed. So,
Yes.
and it's always good to get opinions from a lot of people, but people that have been to the mountaintop already, I think, have a higher weight of knowledge.
Yes, it's important to learn from everybody, especially those who've been to where you want to get to.
Yeah, exactly. Where where do you think you're going to sit this year? So, is this the second time that you've competed in USA? Because you've done
So
Grand and
this would actually be my fourth time competing for the USA system.
so the first time you made top 15. So how did
Yes.
you do the other following two times?
2017, I did top 15.
Okay, top 15.
Until I did all the times I did top 15 until
Okay.
last year for the 2019 title. I came in the top five. I was second runner up.
Well, see that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So, and no disrespect, but the grand one was a national title. So, you definitely competed at a higher level, and a more diverse, than just a local state title.
Yes.
Even though it is USA, USA is the best, but it's still a state level. You'll see the same people over and over. Yeah, it's a more diverse. So, does that give you more confidence going back to the state level and competing in USA that if I can be in the top 5 at a national pageant that I could win this thing? I mean,
Well, I definitely feel that I am more prepped this time around because I did just do two pageants at the same time. But I'm hoping that the judges just really get to know me a little bit better because I learned from these past pageants what I really want to get across and how to do that efficiently within the time frame that we're giving for the interview.
well, I will definitely go with the vibe that your original friend said, that you have that look that is that traditional universe look. So, I think personally, you just need to get your point of view in front of the judges and explain why you need to be the representative of New Jersey, because
Yes, thank you.
there's no reason why you wouldn't do well on the national level in any way. I mean, you're definitely their ideal candidate. They'd probably um, they would love to put you in commercials because you have that very international look. So
Thank you, Paul.
no, I mean, it's. I mean, it. I wish people would just be more honest about it. It is a beauty contest, and beauty goes before anything else. But it is important that you need to wow the judges, and the judges are the ones that
Yes.
actually pick it. So, and I'm sure that's what you guys have been talking with the past Miss New Jersey
Yes,
that
yes.
they get.
Alexa's definitely helped me out with
Right.
that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just wanted to take one extra second and talk about our sponsor of the week, Mid Atlantic Video and Photography Production. No matter if you're planning a wedding and you need a wedding videographer, you're doing a music video, or doing a commercial, they are the team to get the job done. You can reach out to them at 443-422-3830. Again, that's 443-422-3830. Or you can go right to their website at mavpp.com. Now let's get right back to this great interview. All right, so this is where part of the show where I let you take over and let you talk as long as you want. So, do you have some upcoming fundraisers that you're still promoting, or anything going on with your grand title, or anything that you need help with? Are you looking for sponsors? I know competing for U.S.A. can be extremely um, financially helpful, so hurtful, depending on if you have to buy an ad or anything, or if you have to get anything. So, do you need any help with fundraisers or
Yes. So
yes?
right now, as I prepare for Miss New Jersey USA 2020, I am seeking sponsorship. So anything that anyone really wants to help me out with, either a gown or anything as far as paying the fees. I think I'm gonna open up like a GoFundMe or something just in case people want to help out, and that's pretty much it for assistance um,
Well,
that I need.
that's what I was out. I was going towards. I didn't mean to ramble, but yeah. If you start a GoFundMe, I'll definitely attach it to the uh, to the show. There's the note section of the podcast. So if you do that in time, we'll definitely leave some information about the GoFundMe. So,
Okay, yes, perfect.
do you have any special events coming up that you would definitely appreciate some help with, or any fundraising for your charities that you're promoting?
So I'll be doing two different shows, two charity shows coming up soon. I don't have the full details, but I can provide it to you once it's given to me. I know there's going to be a show in October and another one like 2 weeks right before the pageant in November, early November.
Well, so that's cool. So,
I
um,
believe it's Toys for Tots
are you
or
doing tour
the
shot?
Tots. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, we'll definitely, yeah, we'll definitely promote that. So you're definitely, are you still promoting your grand title, or are you just
I am actually not at the time because since we already competed for the national title, I am more focused now on my Miss New Jersey USA.
So does the state of New Jersey, do they give you a local title, or are you just or are you a semifinalist? Because certain states call it
So we're given a sash once we arrive at the competition.
okay.
We're not sure yet, until you arrive, what city you're going to represent or whatever you wrote um, for preference. But I believe that I'll be representing Garfield. That was my first choice.
Now is that your hometown since you've
That's
moved here?
actually where I reside now. I've been here for a while, and the mayor is very helpful, and he's always been supportive of me. It's my second time representing Garfield this time.
And where did you initially move from? Because you
So
mentioned
I was born in Dominican Republic,
you're born in
and
Dominican. Okay.
I moved. Yes, I moved here in 2003. And
Okay.
then when we moved, we lived in Passaic for a while, which is why I tend to help them out a lot because it feels like home. Um, but Garfield also feels like home. That's where I live now.
So do you do you feel any allegiance to the Dominican Republic anymore, or do you feel that um, that home is Garfield in New Jersey?
Well, I feel like home is all of these places. They all
Okay.
are part of my journey. They help me become the person that I am. So I'm very grateful for living in all of these different places and getting to embrace and experience the cultures, especially back home in DR. I'm very proud to be Dominican and I'm proud to be American as well. I have the best of both worlds. What can I say?
Well, I think that people that have a mental variety of ideas and understandings are a much beautiful person, and I think that people that have multiple different backgrounds of family members makes you a much beautiful person too. Some of the most beautiful people are not just all one category of people. You get to, in my opinion, you get to be like a very standard looking person, but someone who has a very diverse family background. You usually get really beautiful features. So there are very benefits of being multicultural, both by educational as well as um, physically. So there
Yes,
are,
I feel like you definitely have a different perspective on life because you witness two different worlds.
yeah, and I think that's most important, to give every culture an opportunity to be good and show um, a, a a good side. I think we should be open that everyone is here to do good before we consider anything to be horrible. So,
Yes, we
a-
definitely need that nowadays. Yes.
absolutely. Well, I really appreciate you coming on here. Please let us know about the Toys for Tots or any of the other fundraisers. And if you do decide to do your fundraiser, or if you start a GoFundMe, we'll definitely put that in the notes, okay?
Yes, thank you so much, Paul.
And thanks for being on the show.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mayelin, for being on the show. We really appreciate someone who's so well diverse and educated to be on the show and really explain why it's so important that someone who is really focusing on education still does pageants and sees so much value in it. And we wish you the best, not only at the upcoming USA pageant, but in life. And we really hope that if your goal is to be the mayor of New Jersey, that you can accomplish that. And if young lady that was born in another country can come to America and reach all of her goals and then become the mayor of New Jersey, I think that is a success story that every person that is an American would root for. And we are rooting for you, and we hope you only the best. Don't forget, this show comes out every Thursday. It's on iTunes and on YouTube. Please give us a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Tell us what we're doing right or wrong. Give us a subscribe on iTunes. And don't forget to follow us every Thursday.